Okay, so we're just waiting on people coming in. We are setting up just where that happens. So for the people who are tuning in non-live, hey Kat, if you just leave your names, where you're from, down in the comments, we can check those out later. We're going to run a 1 hour session, just under an hour session here. Hi Helen. And we're going to see what happens. We're in the Lairds Hall tonight at Balgonie Castle. Yep. A lot of you were in, on Saturdays were on the stream. So you've seen this room, but you've got a different view this time. We've lit it up a lot better for you. Hey James, hey Helen, hey Willow, hey Justin. So if you just give us a few minutes just to get organised here, guys, and we'll be right with you.
Just give us a thumbs up, guys, if you can hear us okay.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us okay. I don't know where I've got my thumb up because you can't see me. Hi, Christina from YouTube, because we've got YouTube and Facebook on here, guys. Hey, JK, Sunver, Cherise, Lorraine, Nicole, Justin, Paris, Jacqueline, hey, Tracy White, Sylvia Granton, Nicole Mullen, Justin Robinson Dumfries. Well, that's good, that's good. Where else have we got? Stormy Anglesey.
Stormy here too.
Very stormy here, guys. Netherlands, yep. And we have Minnesota, USA. Hey, Aisha. I'm scared of pronouncing names wrong here. Hey, Bonnie. So you're crossing the capital. And thank you for sharing, Kat. That's much appreciated. Hey, Helen, Cheer Farm Wine. Thank you, as always, Helen McIntyre. Bob McCune is in Kirkcudbright. I said that right,
It's down the borders, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying it right. Hey, Irene Woods. Hey, Bob Dick. Hey, Christina from Fife. Same as where we are. Nice to see you, says Paris Diaz on YouTube. Hey guys, hear you perfect. Acoustics awesome. Thank you, Greg Larks. That helps us massively.
Cheers to that.
Fort William for David Hogg. Amazing.
Lovely part of the country.
Love Fort William. Helen's across in the wild Airdrie. She said wild Airdrie. I'm not making that up by I'm just reading what I see here.
That's where we
so tonight, guys, we have the team here, Heights Australia. Hello, Shelley. You just keep putting them up, we'll get to them. Tonight, guys, we have the SB team here. So we have Ali Reedy's cross at the Jacob's Ladder just now, and he's working on that and basically boosting the atmosphere just now for us. We have Greg Stewart here to your right. You see his legs there. If he sits forward. Oh, the ball's flashing. Ball's flashing the table, guys. So that was Greg. And we've got Louise across there, and she's just done a lovely tarot onto the subscribers group. We have Kyle across to the left. Hello, Stuart. Here's Ali coming in. And we have Rianne on the live stream because I'm going to jump on over to the equipment in a second. And that is your team tonight. Nobody else is in this tower apart from Stuart, I think, up in his apartment. And the Laird is down on the very bottom floor. If we get any noises, then we're going to investigate what is going on. So we've got Sandra and Methil, we've got Albert in Dundee, we've got Lisa Sprott, we've got Helen McIntyre, we have East Lothian here from Stephen Fulton. Just do this quickly and then we'll get going, guys. Aisha and Aloha, we have Janice Aitken in Glasgow, Shelley Russell, who said was in Australia. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone, but I'll get going because you're not here to listen to me. And Rihanna will take over. Now I can't see. You can see us, we can't see.
Don't fall over any wires.
No wires.
It's dark in here, guys. It's working on a night vision, so.
Okay, guys, how do you want to start? Do you want to go silent, do some calling out? Do you want to use
I think we should try and build the energy first. I think
I'm going to be quiet and let one of you do it.
I've put a little bit of I've put some energy into the room with the Jacob's Ladder, which is you'll have seen it before. We've used it before. It's an electric charge device basically. It'll put EMF into the room basically. We encourage spirits to come forward and use that. So I was just at the side. I've just been sat doing that. We've got various bits of equipment up, as Ryan said. We've also tonight, we've never done it before, but we've got actually one of our own devices. It's very similar to a REM pod. We're calling it the SPOD. I'll show you before we go off exactly what it is close up. we've placed that out on the old original stairway. So that stairway
Cat ball.
has been there.
Now, these could be vibrations as well, but
Yeah.
that's not to discount
Yeah.
for paranormal or for logical
I mean,
explanation.
my feet are at the table, but
Yeah.
I'm not touching anything.
So, you know, they work quite good for a vibrational thing as well, but we've got to be mindful
Now-
both ways.
Yeah.
What's interesting here as well is we were getting a lot of activity around this area on Saturday night as well with the K2.
Repeatedly going on.
So,
We'll just let that keep going and
That's
just see what
interesting.
happens.
See what happens.
okay, if we. And that's not.
And
move
the
it.
button is facing up the way. It's not as if anything's sort of like messing with that button for the cat ball.
So something setting that off. That's not.
We're not near it, guys. I mean, you see us in night vision. You can see everything here.
Yeah. And it's solid floors in this castle. There's no wooden floors in this part.
See, that wasn't for as long there.
I've never seen it keep doing that
No.
continuously. But we'll continue and we'll see.
If this is you, and I think I know who it might be, could you possibly come round to the front of the table and maybe use one of these devices as well?
With something like this.
Could you do that for us?
Perhaps you could move to one of the other balls and activate that one.
There's actually one over the other
Yeah.
side.
There's
Position
one
the
over
same.
there between you guys. There's one on
Okay.
the floor. I mean, that's saying there's one on the floor, so what's the vibration on the floor? The one on the floor would be going off.
Yeah,
before
it implies the one
on
on your side not going off,
Yeah.
Ali.
Exactly, and that's what I said. It wasn't going off. It wasn't going off earlier. It's only just
Basically,
started
that's
doing
stopped
it since we
by
started
structure,
yeah.
to call in spirit.
So this has only happened since we started, guys. Who's the camera there? This has only happened since we started, so this is what Ali's saying.
Okay, so we invite all the spirits to come forward and join us in the Laird's Hall. For any of the spirits that are allowed to be within the Laird's Hall.
Never seen it. 'Cause
No.
There's not a. It's not in sequence, is it?
No,
There's-
no.
Sometimes it's almost immediate. Sometimes there's a delay.
I've seen a lot of researchers and different teams and things using these. I've never seen it
No.
do that. Maybe
No.
somebody can correct me, obviously, or if we see something in the future. But it'll be interesting to see if anybody can sort of elaborate on their experience with that. But certainly not seen it going off like that before.
Okay, could you move away from that device, please, and perhaps go towards one of the other devices?
Just wind
Over there.
over there. Do you hear
Really
that?
just
It didn't sound like wind though. It sounded like
Clicks.
something falling or
Movement, isn't it?
speaking. Yeah.
So we've got clicks over here. Hopefully that's getting picked up. Actually,
Yeah, that should be recorded.
Okay, that's interesting.
let me just record everything we're getting.
on, yeah.
Okay, could you knock somewhere in the room, make some noise in the room to let us know where you are? Was that a real subtle tap there?
Do you hear that,
there's
Rianne?
a tap
Tap
over
over
there.
there.
So Rianne says she can hear it. She can hear it come from over there.
Okay, we hate asking you, but could you do it again, but a little bit louder for us? Could you tap out for us again, a little bit louder where you are? Come on.
You hear that?
Two, yeah.
That was loud.
Now,
We have to let people know that the spinning thing above the fireplace is like an air.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, that's
fan
a
to put the
place.
heat from the stove out, guys. That's
did you hear the boop boop?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
There's a
that's
clip from over here as well.
Right, over there.
over there.
So we've got some things happening
Yeah,
off
that
our
was
cameras.
strong. Right, I want to try this again because that's interesting. Thank you, Spirit. Now, I hate doing it again, but could you do it once more for us? Just to validate what we're doing, could you knock out really loud and clear in this room, please?
Two there. Wasn't as loud.
No, very so.
Okay, thank you.
This
Thank you,
ball
Spirit.
is going nuts.
Yeah.
Do you want me to try to move it and see?
No, I would just leave it and just go with it now, Kyle.
I'd really be impressed if you moved towards one of the other devices.
So would I.
Or if you could stop that ball from going off, if you could make that stop, remove your energy from it.
I'm just going to say something a bit random here, but there's a ghost of a dog seen in here.
Right, okay.
Could it possibly be that
You
there's
think
a dog
that the
lying in
energies
front? Yeah,
could
and that's
be.
why it's not moving around. It's just
Yeah.
lying in the one area in the rug in front of the fire.
Is that you?
That was me.
Right. I thought the table had creaked there.
Okay. Perhaps you could come in and touch one of us, maybe. Let us know who you're close to. Perhaps you could touch our hair or our face.
There's a very
Yeah, there's-
subtle noise over there, and I don't know what it is, but there is. Just for the sake of
Yeah, and
our
I
recording
think
fixes.
one thing we do have to be careful is there are windows, but they're
Yeah.
quite solid, the windows.
Yeah.
I mean, it is windy, but there's not a lot of movement in the windows.
I don't know if it's maybe the dripping. Like it could be. But it's not going.
There's some cobwebs in the windows at the top.
I mean,
They're
that
not
too.
moving.
I mean, that 2 knocks was loud and clear.
That was
I mean,
that was
there's
good,
no
and,
really
and,
not
I, and I could boost that in the analysis
Yeah.
process, and we can listen back to that. We don't know what we're getting on playing audio here as
No.
well. We could be getting stuff.
Stefan's saying that is it only us that's in the room? He's sure he's hearing other people talking when we're not talking,
Only us, and there's nobody else talking in the tower.
and we can't hear Stuart
No.
talking
No.
right now.
Stuart's 2 floors above us,
Yeah.
Laird's 2 floors below us.
It's moved, but I think it's just.
It's solid floors all the way.
Okay.
Okay, Spirit, we're going to try a bit of ITC. We're going to try and give you a voice so you can communicate with us through. You know how it works. We've been here. Did that REM pod just light up slightly there? Was
Did
that
it?
just the way the light went? I don't know if it
Not
was just
sure.
the reflection.
If you're already having a conversation in the room, perhaps you could use this device just to let us hear your voices clearer.
I can hear his voice going.
Can you what?
Oh, there's my password.
I don't-
That was so strict for a long
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Cena?
Perfect.
I've had just in the last minute or so, I had a little bit of a pain in my chest, and I'm now getting a real sore left arm.
Spike.
Nice and spike.
I'm, more
Isn't
thinking,
it putting an impression on Ali?
I'm
Maybe.
actually more thinking of a heart attack or something, but then it's because of the spike in the heart or whatever it is.
30.
As long as I'm not having a heart attack.
Good for that.
Crystal.
Ask.
Asking sure.
Could you tell us who's activating the device on the table, please?
Genie.
I'd love it if it was Jeannie. Jeannie, if you're in the atmosphere, perhaps you could come forward and just say your name.
Guys, my left arm is absolutely, I mean, it's sore.
Alfie.
Okay.
Alvin.
I don't know where that's buzzing, guys.
Could you tell us who Alfie is, please?
It's gonna be Genie. Name for the hero, carry on.
Yeah. So if you could just thumbs up, guys, and then if you can hear it, okay.
Or do what Ali says, give love hearts, let it be love hearts if you can hear this.
There's somebody around me.
You think someone's around you?
There's someone around me.
Male or female?
I'll say female.
And you thought heart attack? Yes, you thought heart attack. You thinking a heart problem or something, or huh?
It's been a heart.
Been a heart attack? Okay,
It's so sore.
just so that we can get all this on because it's good.
Yeah.
Help us.
I've had an impression like that for
No.
a long time.
Could you give us your name, please? Fisher and then Anne.
There's a light shadow behind you as well, by the way. But it's kind of like at the dining room table.
So I went off the ages ago.
It's a boy as well. Ooh,
That sounded like cat ball.
that sounded like cat ball, didn't it?
Oh, and it's going off.
Cat ball.
So that's valid, yeah, it's going off. We've got boy, cat ball, and it goes off.
Did you just say cat ball there? This thing.
Could you make it light up, or one of the other ones light up again for us, please? That's so good Scottish voice coming through.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can I ask who's the female that's putting an impression on top of Ali? What's your name?
I just said Albert there.
Yeah. Did you say Albert?
Well,
Why? Well thought. Well thought. Okay, this will be organised.
yeah. Could you give us a name, please, relevant to the building?
Bishop in there.
I think it's Bishop here.
They're all doing your name now.
Who's
Kyle's.
I had flies. Do you flies there? Flies.
Give me one this and we'll find my heart here.
Okay.
My heart is really
left hand as well?
Just the fingers.
actually got through to it.
You're putting an impression on Ali. Could you maybe just stand back a bit from him?
Strong. I don't think it's anything. It's not any means to do bad. It's
Just
just strong.
making you feel. Kill it.
I'm still like shadow behind you.
Okay, any spirit in the room would ask you just to move round a little bit, please.
I did see a minute. I did see sort of through my third eye. I thought I seen like a red Templars cross and like a white Hessian
Yeah, okay.
bit of clothing. That was all I see.
Yeah.
You come towards the centre of the room here. You activate any one of these devices. We've used them all before, so we know you know how to use them.
Which?
Which
Again.
are you calling us a witch?
Yes.
Who's saying my name?
Hello.
You can't really see them on this.
Can you not?
No, it's kind of like a cluster of green.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can see it anyway. So.
Yeah.
Could you give us the name of the castle, please?
Good night. I think there's a few.
I said Kyle again.
So John, are you here with us again? Maybe a really quiet, yeah.
I hear a cat a lot.
I heard cat as well.
We will analyse this, guys. If you follow us, you'll know that we do analyse everything. So we'll let you know if there's anything hidden.
Find Stella there as well.
Hang on a second. What would you hear?
Alice.
Alice. Who's Alice? Just tell me when you want to cut it real quiet.
We're going to end this in a minute or so, Spirit. Just give us some absolute validation. You tell us how many people are in this room, please.
Looks like it was interrupted there for a second.
I think it said 5 straight away.
I think I just said bug.
I think I did as well, actually.
Did you hear it?
I didn't hear that.
Bog.
For those of you who are not Scottish, don't look it up on YouTube.
Don't Google Bob.
Please don't.
Yeah. See, at the same time, can you make a loud noise in the room for us?
A few people have heard Anne and Robert, which are the two names Louise said downstairs.
Right, okay,
That's
okay.
right.
That's good.
And that said, of course. Jesus said that.
Robert, Grandad, did he work with wood?
No.
Might have got that wrong.
Who's the girl?
As well.
Who's the girl's name?
What's that?
Old Life.
So you would have worked with wood, so you'd be painting wood.
Well, not just wood. Your granddad Stuart was a joiner.
Oh, okay.
Great granddad Stuart, even.
Okay, is there anything else you want to tell us before we cut this off?
You're right.
People are asking if you're okay.
I feel I just feel when you start when you feel really weak. Like I don't know. Just like you stand up too fast or something.
Does
Yeah.
the name Anne come into you
That's what
at
I feel
all?
like.
Because Lindsay thinks it's Anne that's affected you.
Anne is, I don't know about affecting Ali, but Anne is a name that we've had a lot through different locations, coming through, like, audio apps, or it's maybe coming through normal EVPs, scanning devices. We don't know exactly who Anne is. But yeah, we've had that name here quite a lot.
She definitely seems to follow us.
My aunt that passed just a few months before, I realised about the group. Unbeknown to me, she'd been following you for a while, because then when she passed and I was looking through her book, she had a lot of information about the group.
Oh, wow.
And her name was Anne.
Well, we got Anne coming through a lot, and what seemed to be happening is when we were testing devices to see if they would work. So it'd be like a new scanning device, or it would be a new technique that we were doing.
Mhm.
We would test it, and then Anne would come through quite a lot on those devices. Now, Robert, people were hearing Robert. Was
There's
there not
definitely a
Robert Sibbald? It was, isn't it?
I've got a funny feeling that Robert Sibbald's married Jean Lindsay.
Jean Lindsay, I think you're right.
Which then brings us back to the
Who
Green
brings us
Genie
back
story.
into the Green Genie story.
Yeah.
How are you feeling now, Ali? Just really drained?
Here's your quick quiet session. Just again, if there's anybody in the atmosphere, any spirit in the atmosphere,
I feel this person's had a heart attack and then they've fallen on the floor.
Okay.
Really strong impression. They've just fallen.
That'd be why the arms sore then.
Yes, yeah. Is it your left arm?
Well, yeah, it's my left arm, but they've had a heart attack, but they've collapsed after they've had their heart
do you
attack.
think they put the arm when they fell?
No, I think their arm.
Usually they get the arm goes sore when the heart
They've
attack.
had the heart attack because it started in here.
Yeah.
And it went down the arm. It could be that they've hurt their arm as well, but I think they've died from it.
I'm just going to test this ball here at the same
Yeah.
time, okay? See,
And did you think it was a lady?
there you go.
Yeah, strong feeling it was a lady.
So it's not been running out of battery or like that.
No,
they're
that's
doing
what I was
that.
wondering.
So down.
Well, that's
That's Alan's mum.
that's what I'm feeling. She's
okay.
had a heart attack and she's fallen, but she's fallen to the left side.
Right.
How did Anne die?
Her chest.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, to start off with, but then she fell at the bed in the hospital.
Okay, if there's any other spirit in the area, if you'd like to make a noise for us, please. We are here with full respect. We just want to know where to direct our questions to.
I think subtle movements I keep hearing.
It's really subtle, but
Very, very subtle.
There's a shadow behind Dally, but outside of mine, I keep on seeing a figure behind me as well.
Ali's opened the turnpike door, and I am very drawn to somebody standing
Yeah,
there.
there's a white shadow standing there.
I'm feeling okay now.
But it's quite a short one. It's like 5 foot.
Yeah, I feel like there's someone there, eh?
it's an area we absolutely need to investigate one time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now remember, Help My House is Haunted. We're here.
Yes.
We spoke to Chris Fleming, the medium from Help My House is Haunted, and do you remember what he said? He
Yes,
said
the stonemason.
stonemason and the laird, one of the original lairds,
Yes.
is inside this tower and probably this room. He never said exactly what room, but I'm assuming.
Certainly Laird would be inside this room.
Yeah.
This is,
And just when you say turn the stairs, the old turnpike stairs,
Yeah.
then I get the feeling that the mason's there.
There's whispers and low voices.
Okay.
good.
Again, could you make a noise in the room? I know it probably takes a lot of energy to do it. I just seen something move
Whereabouts?
across there. I don't know if it's a reflection of the one of the photos, but I seen the movement.
Was it Chris in that?
Yes, it was. Yes,
Saw him.
it's like a shadow. If you could make a noise for us, something nice and loud, we would appreciate it. Or if you can set something off for us.
There's someone moving around us.
Strange feeling, isn't it?
Now, it might be the wind, so I'm not necessarily saying it's any paranormal, but I'm swear that door has got wider.
It has got wider.
I swear it has. Like, it looks like it has.
I mean, it could be the wind in that. I'm not saying it's paranormal, but it has opened more.
My legs are really cold.
Definitely something in here.
Mhm.
Yeah, something again.
Did you hear a growl?
I wonder if there's a dog again, because I've heard what sound like dog claws
I could swear there's
on the
something
foot, on the stone
I know.
floor.
I heard a
It
growl.
is. And still see like shadow.
My eyes are doing the same thing as what I was doing when we were downstairs when me and Kyle were here the first time, when it was back in October. Like the blurred vision down the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, because Kyle says he was picking up like a little kid, and that's what you were picking up in
Do you
here.
have any paper and pencil? No?
Not with
No, I don't think, but I'll hear with us.
Where you want to kind of draw what
Do you
you're
feel
kind of
like
feeling.
drawing what you're
Yeah,
seeing?
I see. Yeah.
Click.
What was that? I thought something moved there. That's
Okay, we've got movement over here, guys.
That sound is
Behind Louise and Ali.
I saw a flash out. It was just
Which-
a couple of times.
Completely is tying in with this old door over here that's open, and I swear, like Kyle says, it's opened further.
I'm going to go and look over there.
And I seen the movement going towards the door as well.
Now the door does sometimes get found, not that particular one, but some of the doors in that original staircase
Get
get
found
found open.
open. Okay,
Someone could hear a dog earlier.
right.
I think it's definitely a dog or some
I
form of
feel there's
animal
a
in
dog
here
over
with
there
us.
somewhere, and that's why like he's moved from there now.
Yeah.
And that's why the ball's not going off anymore.
There's a white shadow right in front of you, Alex.
Let's about close the door and see if we can get
Yeah, do that.
Now, there is a REM pod in there. Sorry.
Spot. I hear it going off though if
You should hear it.
if something passes it.
Guys, if there's anybody watching us, I don't know how many people are on, who's on, but if there's anybody watching us and people on there, and like Louise, you've got the gift, can you possibly put what you're picking up here, just so we can see if it matches in what we get being in this environment?
Speaking of which, Louise, what you feel?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do next.
I feel that there's male energy, but more like building up.
Yeah,
But then I'm getting the name Charles.
Charles, okay.
Yeah.
Could look up that and see what we can get.
This is a really stupid, well, I don't know if it's a stupid question, it's a silly question, because, we're quite strict with things and that, but could a spirit imprint its face into, like, mist on a window?
Yeah.
I think it's possible, yeah. Is that what you were seeing, like in one of the windows?
I can see the man.
Window behind me.
Yeah.
That's where we've been hearing quite a lot of the noises come from. It's very subtle, but
Yeah. Now we've before speculated that it's a window that possibly, because obviously very important decisions for the country were made historically in this castle, and whether that was
Did you hear that?
whether that was possibly when they were pondering, when you you're trying to make your mind up about something, you maybe stand and look out something, or you're
Yeah.
taking a view.
I think
Whether that's the one that
you had the 4 windows though at one stage.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the
one on
new
each side.
doorway
Yeah,
would have
the
been
one
the
there,
original
yeah.
window as well, like that.
that's one that overlooks the countryside. That one looks over the
Yeah.
river. That one would look over the court.
Something's
over the
banging,
castle,
guys,
that's
in
the
the corner.
courtyard.
There's something moving,
I'm gonna check and see
like
if the,
audibly.
Make sure it's not the dogs.
I'm gonna check and see if the dogs are there though, because the dogs are sometimes.
If it is spirit though, you know, thank you. This is really good.
Yeah, might be the dog.
It's a
We're
matter
seeing shadows behind you.
Can't see his beard. He's not showing me his beard. He's only showing me the top of his head.
Bonnie's
But
at the door.
It's like
Okay.
he's got his hair, like he's kind of got one of those, you know, it kind of goes down a little bit there and it kind of goes back a bit there.
Just wait.
And I think it's tied back.
Okay,
Oh,
I think it's grey.
right.
Is it from this window here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It could just be total nonsense, but I've never seen anything like that before.
Maybe that.
It's not something I would normally say I take as evidence, but I've just got such a strong impression of this man, and he's kind
Yeah.
of looking down like that.
We can show ourselves like one glass, just like we do like on a mirror and
Yeah, that's what they
things
say.
like that, or
Same as the mirror.
reflection, like you know when the flames or
Yeah.
things like that. We can
It's just got so much detail. I mean, I can see like the wrinkles in the forehead, and I'm just talking shite about it.
You want to try the Frank's box and see if
Yeah,
you can get
yeah.
anything coming
But I
through
won't
there?
put it through the speaker, I'll just do it here,
Yeah.
because I mean, the microphone's here, but you're all right here.
Charles.
Is your name Charles? We're going to put a box on. You could perhaps say your name. If it's Charles, you could confirm that.
Just give us like a few seconds just to warm up a bit.
We're going to use the Frank's box now just to see if we can get anything coming through that.
That's weird with that off the way. I mean, that's
Yeah.
completely stopped.
And it's not
Yeah.
run out of battery,
And it
that's where it
stopped,
shook
yeah,
it.
It
Yeah,
stopped before we done anything
Yeah.
with it. So
that was really, really
we
good.
had similar information. We had similar with the K2 on.
That's right,
Um,
which has never really done it again.
Yeah.
no.
Okay, I'm going to turn up the France, only 180 by the way, in the world. I always say that. So it's a very good device and very hard to get hold of these.
just to confirm before we start, there's a dog at that door there, so we could do hear an
Yeah.
attack at that
We
door.
hear a dog rattling,
Okay.
a door rattling.
Okay, do you want to give us your name?
There's a whisper there.
I think you put it through this.
Definitely not over there.
Another noise, yeah.
Confirm it's ahead.
Try to see that I'm looking in the dark here, I'm trying to think who it goes. That's okay, I got it. Yeah. Okay, can you give us your name?
Sorry, I'm coming there, but it's not the main one. You're up here.
Hey, do we have anybody with us? Do you have a name? Your name? Your name that you're known by?
I've had people in here before.
Do we have a Peter?
Someone's trying to come through really difficult.
I don't know. I thought I maybe heard the spot going off. Hello? Takes a minute or two, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, runs for a minute or two. Taking a conversation with the question. I reckon. Give us your name, please. Here, give us the name of this castle, please.
Hard.
No, I thought I know exactly what that is.
We're getting stuff there. Okay, you ready to communicate with us?
What is it?
Again, can you clearly call out the castle name?
I heard George.
Right. Any spirit there that wants to bring other people forward to talk to us as well? Ready. Do we have Sir John Sibbald again? I heard Peter.
100%.
I heard Peter.
Peter, what was your family name?
Cult.
Oh,
Cult.
Peter, what was your real name? What was your real surname? Peter, are you a little boy?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah.
How old are you, Peter? That's his son.
They're signed there, yeah.
Dad.
Pass. I know where that is then.
What's your name?
Get back. Jackpot, get back.
What's the young boy's name? Can you tell us your name? Someone's moving. Someone can move. I see the reflection of that bookcase there. On the
It's
glass.
me. That's what I mean.
100% went from left to right. Or right to left. You mean.
Cold neck as well. The
Okay, if you're close enough, do you say your
Say
name
my
through
name
this?
there, low there as well. There's a few.
It's a suit.
I've got sore head.
is there something white between you and that?
It's a what?
Something white between you and that?
I'm feeling a cut.
Something
Get a
white.
right back in
Yeah, I've
the
got really cold this evening.
That's up, my hand's getting cold.
Aye.
Yeah, I think. I swear I could have saw something white like that's bag. That's
So,
fine.
it was definitely not. We were both feeling our arms getting. Alright.
That's getting pins and needles in mine.
There's weird stuff going on in here tonight.
So you want to tell them what's happening? What's happening between yous?
We both just, when Kyle just said, is there something between you there? I know he says he thinks it was maybe just a bag, but we both said at the same time we were getting a draft. Greg said he's getting pins and needles. I'm not feeling pins and needles, but I can feel.
Like a cold
Greg suggested
swat
that
coming
it's maybe a
through.
dog coming through or something.
It's my right arm, Ali's left arm,
Just
so
see if I can see it.
it's something in between
I
us.
think I remember seeing a comment of someone saying that there was a spirit between two people, and Ali and someone else, but I don't know if
Okay,
it's
we can check that back.
No.
It's
It feels-
really strong.
Could have been the deer hound.
Do you want to
because-
take that, Kyle? Just monitor between them.
Could have been the deer hound because deer hound was
It could be the dog. It could be the spirit dog.
Yeah. That's what I'm kind of feeling. It's maybe it's
I actually feel
but-
it's getting colder.
Yeah, it's definitely getting colder.
Yeah, the transport is on quiet now, and anytime we want it, we can just put it back on if we need it. Good to have a little quiet bit as well, wouldn't it? See what's happening.
There's more clicks coming up over there.
I mean, it's ice cold.
that's the dog.
That's a dog. That's a
Oh,
real,
thank
that's a real
goodness.
dog.
That was a real dog.
I wish we could say that wasn't a real
Yeah,
dog.
we won't
but
do
it
that
was
with
a
you
real
guys.
dog,
We
so-
wouldn't do that. Got a wee bit of fright there, though.
Okay, we have a device on the main staircase of the tower, the original staircase. Could you set that device off? Could you come down the stairs and set that device off, or go up the stairs and set the device off?
Or if you are on the staircase, perhaps you could come through the door. You've opened it before when we've been here.
How do you feel on these?
I feel that there's a couple of, at least two that I can sense. Some an energy crusader, an energy crusader, but they're staying there. They're no
Just observing that.
coming forward.
Do you know, maybe from different times? Or too hard to say just now, maybe.
Can't really say just now, but I was sitting in my head. I was sort of saying to them, "Come forward a wee bit," but they're not answering, and they're
So
just
they can
still,
see us,
they're
or
just
just-
still sitting and watching.
Yeah, I can
Do you think they're aware of each other?
I think so.
One of these gets 100 questions fired at her.
But it's like that they're still one of them, but I'm not sure which one, but I'm just getting that one's more apprehensive and is waiting to see what the other one's going to do first.
Okay.
You know if it's male, female, or
I think they're both males, but different ages. There's an older and a younger.
There's someone moving by in Kyle again. But it's further back, it's at the bookcase.
Do you want to come into the middle of the group here and talk to us?
there's a heat source at the door, but it's kind of like 3/4 up from the door, so it's not as if
So
it's
it's
a dog.
not, it's not a dog through the door or anything like
Is
that.
it hot or cold?
Hot. Hot spot.
Maybe Kyle quickly show the camera what you're using.
Kyle's using a thermal imager, guys. It's
Thanks for coming with
with
the
the red lights up, the
Red
LEDs.
lights.
Not down at the LEDs, obviously, I'm talking
It's
about.
a thermal imager that I've got here. So this,
Yeah, okay.
hopefully you can see it. Can you see it okay?
Mhm.
Yeah. So say if I go towards the fire, you can see the fire. You can go towards Ryan, you can see Ryan there. And you can go towards Louise, Ali, and Dan as well for Greg.
It's quite good as well, isn't it? Because we can
So
see
it's quite good.
what's an animal,
Yeah.
an actual animal, or what is an actual cold spot that's coming around us. Really good for being out in like the woods that we go to usually to do our stuff, because we can see what's animals, can't we, guys? And
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
see
you can
what's
see,
what could be something that's
yeah.
a
You
wee bit
immediately see
unexplained.
there's something warm animal
Yeah.
moving around.
So it helps us in all angles, for logical and for doing
Equally,
that.
it can show us if there's something really cold moving about. Like,
Yeah, that's what you want. I always mention it when I've done the most haunted, when we were down in the tunnels. I was using the £26,000 thermal imager, but I was using a really good one down there, and I was walking along the tunnels with two cameramen, and as we were walking along, I seen the outline of a blue. It was pure blue, cold,
Yeah.
moving
That's
from
what
what would you call it, a vault, one vault bit right across the tunnel into the next bit. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And they didn't use it in the show. They didn't use it in the show, and it got me excited as an investigator, as a researcher.
yeah,
You know, that
incredible footage.
I thought that was a really good thing. And you know, if you're watching the vet and that, you know, send me that footage, and I'll use it.
Yeah, if you don't want it, we'll
If
have
you don't want it, we'll have it.
You just watch your vet sometimes.
Yeah. So it's good to have the thermal imager for all angles, for that angle, and for obviously to debunk
Absolutely,
a few
yeah.
things that we might need to if we're out and about.
It's even useful if you're looking for a
Yeah.
So it's like this dog type level, isn't it?
That
Or
is a
child,
dog.
or small child.
Yeah, it could be a child.
Um,
Just going to say the thermal imager's good as well if you're looking for something concealed.
yes.
They might show a blocked up doorway or something like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
literally
to actually show cables and things as well,
They show
for
cables and
like
go on,
EMF,
yeah,
false EMF
absolutely,
readings.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But you might find your cupboard that's maybe been plasterboarded over or something like that. You'll be able to see
Yeah.
differentiate in the wall. You'll be able to.
What about the spirit that we had in here earlier that was manipulating these?
That's just weird, isn't it? How it
Could
doesn't
you
do
could you
it.
come and do that again for us?
Do you have to tap it?
Sir John, could you maybe come forward? I think it was maybe you that was causing it. Have you backed off because we weren't giving you attention, perhaps? If you would like to now come forward and speak to us, now's your chance to communicate with us again. Perhaps you could tell us about your castle. If you let us know when you're in our atmosphere, setting off one of these devices in front of me.
We are here with the deepest respect to you
We are.
and your castle.
Could we try tapping out, perhaps? Do you copy what I do?
There's a tap behind you.
I heard a voice.
Did you? Well,
Read
did you know
what it
what I
said.
said?
No, I don't know if with the tracks boxes are real low, if I've just picked it up, but I heard a male voice.
Maybe you were meant to hear it, though. Maybe you picked it up psychically.
I didn't hear what I said. I'm just aware it was a male voice, like in the distance type thing. But that's why I'm wondering if it's been this or.
Could you do it again? Could you use your voice? Yeah, it was another click.
Clear click over there.
This way.
I'm putting my light on so I don't trip over the cables.
We will have to wrap up this investigation soon. I'm actually feeling we've used quite a lot of energy in here tonight.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I feel
Absolutely.
it's kind of quieting down.
Can you give us some really good validation before we stop?
Gentleman that's standing at the back, can you come forward? Can you come closer so that we know that you can communicate with us? Can you knock on the table?
There is stuff here moving about.
Yeah. Again, child,
Yeah.
maybe dog. That's the kind of things that I'm feeling with this lower level stuff. You know, the height levels
Yeah.
and flashing bulbs.
Files might be smelling tobacco, but it could just be the fire.
If you could activate
We'll
just
keep
one more
that though, just in
device,
case we get that in the future. Also, we're recording anyway, audio. So
you activate one more device, we'll end the session.
yeah, if you have the device on the table, if you do one of these devices, we'll stop.
So you'd understand we're draining a lot of energy asking you to do this.
That's a third.
Odds, yeah.
Clear flood over there.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Spirit.
Thank you.
This is really going to be your final chance to communicate with us before we move all our equipment. Is that fucking up?
Is that flickering a wee bit? On the try?
Was it? We know you're capable of doing this.
We know you don't have to, but it would just help us prove that we are capable of making contact with you and that there is life after death. That's why we're here.
It also just gives us that verification that we're following your wishes. If you wish us to end the session,
We enjoy communicating with you and we enjoy your company when you come forward. Do you enjoy when we try to communicate with you?
yeah, click again.
Thank you.
That's the dog.
That's definitely the dog.
Yeah.
Just at the door.
I've seen it again. There's a white mist moving about over there at the back there.
It's no longer that door, so wouldn't be surprised if it is that current same one.
We're being asked if the greyhounds still live there, and does the green lady still show herself?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes.
What's the name of the machine you're using?
We were using the Frank's box there. That's this one here. This was made by Frank Sumption. It's a scanning device. There is various different devices like this that you can actually get. I mean, Ali's got a beauty one called the S box. So
Try the S-Box.
you can try it if you want. Basically, you're scanning very fast. Don't want it on radio stations. You get words, and what you look for is senses and relevance coming through. We're also using a piece of software at the start. These all get analysed. We don't just play them for you live and then leave it. We will analyse. We will put the results up onto pages, groups, and for you guys on YouTube. We are recording on an external device here. We're not relying on just obviously the live stream. And we've got various flashing devices that we want to get set off and REM pods and things. Basically, we're monitoring the environment. We've got the thermal imagers.
Yeah, K2s. Pretty much got everything
So-
covered. Just a quick session with this, but the rest of the wind is picking up around about the skies, so just conscious there are some, the windows are now starting to rattle a little bit.
Tracy wants us to use the spot as well.
Spot's in use. It's on the stairs. I just heard a click there, or like a footstep, like
Yeah.
one.
It's definitely dog on the stairs.
I need to remind that for when I do the analysis on the audio. I'll have loads of ooh audios. It'll be
You're
one
getting
of the
excited,
dogs
like you've got something.
getting all excited and things. This is the thing that we could actually get something. I'm not be sure.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have any spirits still with us that would like to talk?
everything. These are really good.
Did you say your name for us?
These.
Sir John? Did you say your name, Sir John, for us?
Sir John Sybil. Can you step forward, please? That seems very similar to the voice I've got before.
Sir John Sybil, could you tell us the name of the castle again, please?
I can't again.
Or is there another spirit could say the name of the castle?
Really quickly.
I'm interested in that voice. That voice.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Sir John Sybil voice that comes from the transport.
Yeah.
It does. Sir John, could you validate that it's you, please? Yes, please. Okay, one more minute and then we're going to close this session down. Is there anything you would like to say to us before we finish? Did you say good night? Good night, Spirit.
Good night.
Good night, Spirit. Thank you very much. Good night, Sir John. Thank you, Sir John.
That's something there as well. Okay, that's all right.
Okay, I think that's probably about time to close this down.
Yeah, we'll close the session down now, guys. I'll just move around here now. Stop.
We've not heard Alfie throughout this whole session, so I
Yeah,
think they're trying to communicate with the dog maybe.
yeah,
Quite possibly,
it's
yeah.
possible. Okay, guys, so this was the Lairds Hall. This is one of many sessions every few weeks, every couple of weeks, am I right? So yeah, we'll be back in Balgonie Castle in 2 weeks' time. We'll leave it a bit of a surprise to where we're going, what area we're going to do closer to the time. But what do you guys think? How do you feel tonight?
It's been a different atmosphere in here tonight. I don't know. I think there's just been something else up here this time.
Yeah.
That doesn't normally come up this area.
What about that ball at the beginning as well?
Yeah, I mean, initially you wonder, is it running out of batteries?
Of course.
Is it kind of warning?
Yeah. Or if I knocked it, or is it a vibration or
But
what?
to keep going, plus There's one on the floor. There's another one on the table right beside it.
It's not out. I mean,
So
And it did stop
You know,
eventually.
Yeah.
I actually like Greg's idea about if it was a dog,
yeah,
possibly.
trying to get.
It's a good theory that, you know, if it's come in and it's laid down there, which
Yeah.
would make sense in front of the fire.
Oh, yeah.
That is the original fire.
Yes. Yes.
The energy
I think
stays there.
it's possibly validation that these devices you can never be sure, but it's definitely not any of us moving,
No.
because if it was, the one on the floor would be
Yeah.
activated.
There's one on the other
If
side.
we're moving enough to move a table to activate something
Yeah,
on the
that's it.
table,
It
the
was-
one on the floor would be
Yeah.
activated.
That's why when
Mine was going.
when we set these up, we always try and have two close to
Yeah.
each other.
So for one to go and one not to go,
It makes it interesting.
there's something causing a vibration in that.
And we've
particular
never
area.
had a ball going like that.
No.
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 So,
If it's gone constantly all night long, or maybe a bit more, maybe there's
Yeah,
something
you
wrong
would say
with
there's
it.
a fault
Maybe
with
there's-
it. Is there something
The
inside
sensors
it?
may be wrong,
Yeah.
but it's
It
stopped.
stopped itself.
And then when it said on the SP app about cut ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then it
Oh,
stopped.
yes.
I know.
So when you're starting to get a few things coming together, you're getting
Yeah.
the device that's indicating you're maybe getting audio coming through
Yeah,
as well.
which would show real intelligence for the spirit as well,
Yeah.
to know exactly what the device is.
Yeah.
Because we don't really call it a cat ball as such.
Yeah.
Just-
Flash and roll.
yeah.
How did you feel, Louise?
There was quite a bit of energy, as I say. I did sense that there was the two gentlemen, but for some reason, when they really wanted to come forward, the younger one I felt was waiting to see what the older one was going to do.
Mhm.
But I didn't feel that he was going to come
Right.
forward too close. But certainly they sensed like there was a dog. I think will agree that there was.
Oh, yeah,
there was
yeah.
A dog.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Mhm. And
Kyle?
a lot of cold spots as well.
That's
Yeah,
another thing as
yeah,
well,
definitely,
especially
yeah.
between these two guys round you, and then obviously at the knee level.
Mhm.
Overall, I think it was quite a good investigation. Quite chilled as well, which is quite nice. But there was some sort of energy that was around us that wasn't usually in this area. But at the same time, I also still felt there was similar energies that have been in this area before as well.
Totally agree.
It's not necessarily a bad thing having
No,
a different
no,
edge,
no,
'cause
no.
maybe another energy that's not communicated with us
Yeah.
yet. We know this castle's got 13 plus documented ghosts,
Yeah.
so there could be undocumented ones as well. And then
Yeah.
they're starting to.
Yeah,
The more
Yeah.
we're here, the more familiar they are, and the more they're maybe starting to come
Got to
forward. slowly.
remember
That's it.
spirits following us and
Yes.
coming in. Now, I mean, there was a few things that there was an indication to myself that were in there
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
I just don't usually jump
Yeah.
on
no.
because we're trying to do something into a bigger angle. But there is stuff there, so then wouldn't surprise me if there was stuff connected to Louise and Ali and yourself and Kyle, even Rianne. Got to be aware of that because sometimes you feel like they're talking or trying to
Yeah.
get through them, above
Yeah.
each other. So
I found it quite interesting about the door as well. The door kind of went open.
it was opening.
More, it could be the wind.
Mm.
Like, I'm not going to say it wasn't the wind, but it was quite interesting. It was opening more as well. It didn't shut until it shut, but it
Yeah.
didn't shut as well. So
I think you've got to remember as well. I mean, yeah, it could be the wind, and it will travel, but we're in a castle that its walls are 2 meters thick. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there's windows and things, but it's not going to cause that much draft. to get
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
So
I don't think there's any windows in the staircase either.
Yeah,
there is.
It's a
I mean, just to show you,
Oh,
we
yeah.
struggle to get signals in this
side
castle, don't we? So,
staircase.
so Ali, before we wrap up, are you going to show Spud? to the
Yeah.
people?
So this is a new device that we're still working with.
you should switch a light on for it.
Yeah, well,
I think they'll see it better in this anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very, very similar to the REM pod, just exactly the same thing. But this is our own version, and we have called it the Spod. So this is the only one of these in the world.
So that's a prototype just now.
Yeah, and
Yes.
this is just a prototype. The next one's being developed now by our tech man, John. We have had this going off, haven't we? We did
Yes.
have it going
Yeah.
off. The
Chapel,
first
wasn't
night, yeah, we
Yeah.
used it, and we did have it going off just briefly. I think it's absolutely fantastic. The design of it is very, very sensitive, as you can see. So yeah, we're quite proud of this, aren't we? And
Yeah,
it's there is going to be more of these coming, guys. So you will see them when we're out on investigations. We will hopefully have 2 or 3 of these that we can dot around doorways and things like that, and places that will work, and try and direct
Try and get
spirit
spirit
to
to
communicate
indicate,
on
yeah.
them. So
The
but
advice for having prototypes for ourselves, so we know how they're made.
everything in
So
that
we
we know.
understand how it all
We
operates.
understand
so
how it works, what's in that.
That's actually a great point you make, because the ITC audio sessions you see, guys, very rarely will you see us just using a device that we don't understand, or certainly a piece of software. So, for example, if we've got the SPR, we know everything that's inside that because we've got it built.
Play a little tune on that.
We've got the SPR, so we know what's inside it. So you could possibly go and take, pieces of software apps from Google Play. Now, I'm not saying that they don't work, but it's really difficult if you get words coming through and you don't know what's in those sound banks. That was a big problem I had as an investigator and researcher. Listen, I know a lot of people don't, researchers don't like ITC, and they'll turn around and say, apps don't work and this don't work. I was the same. I was the exact same until I extensively tested it and then decided to get one custom made.
I think the thing is, it's not everybody agrees with it, but we believe in it. We respect that. We respect other people's beliefs. We might not always agree with it, but we respect that that's their
Well,
beliefs.
here's a question for you. Would we waste our time?
No, we
Exactly.
Would we waste 5 minutes of audio, take an hour to analyse?
No,
Would we waste our time?
Of course
All the words on the screen, all those. What would be the point?
It'd be pointless.
It's really.
What we're doing.
And once you go down that route, if you need to fake and you need to do anything like that, there's no point in being in this field.
Hang up your fake.
It's just not worth it. We need answers. We need the truth, and we know spirit's there. And it's just a case of getting that good evidence, solid evidence. And we just have to keep going. Can't guarantee anything, but we have to keep going and pushing
I
forward.
think that's what's real about it. People work in different ways in different forms. But we believe strongly in ITC. That's the route that we believe we get the best information from. Again, it's one of those things. Not everybody will believe it, but some of the stuff we've heard is just our beliefs.
Mind blowing.
And you can't explain it, until you've been there and you've seen it.
Well, in here we had Sir John Sybil come through.
Yeah.
Sybil, what's your first name? John. At the time, I didn't know who John Sybil was. Kelly was here, thankfully, and Kelly managed to, confirm it.
I still see.
Then I found the information online. We were analysing.
You said, why are you here or something? And said, John said, it was you that called me.
Yeah,
So that was just
crazy.
And the batteries weren't in the front. They were in the Xbox the wrong way around.
They were the wrong way around. Two of the batteries were the wrong way around.
It should have been working that
Should
night.
work.
So that was pretty incredible. So it's always a heated topic in debate. But listen, guys, we believe what we're doing, and we're just going to keep doing what we're doing.
Definitely.
And we won't change that. We just keep going and keep.
We'll keep pushing forward.
We'll keep trialing new equipment, though.
And we've got a lot of new things coming as well. A lot of new scientific equipment as well that we're getting. We're getting made. I'm talking with John just now about. We've obviously got the Jacob's ladder and things, but I'm wanting something even more dangerous. So it's just my belief. I've got a strong belief in.
He's got a strong belief that he wants to communicate from the other side, guys.
That's probably going to happen.
We have to agree a code word, right?
I know.
When
I do electricity myself. I'm a great believer in energy and the electric field. I really think spirit can work off it if it's done properly. And I think our results are better when we fill up the room with electric
Energy.
I was doing well there, electrical charging and so on. So I think that was a good session. It was different from last week, from the weekend.
It was.
I think it was good.
And so what we'll do now is we'll analyse the weekend stuff, because there's a lot of analysis to go on.
Yes.
I mean, we covered this castle. We've got a lot of content to go through, but we'll also do stuff from tonight. We'll start maybe try and get some samples out. If there's stuff there to people. So just watch out on the pages and the groups and YouTube and things, and we'll just put stuff out there.
Just let everyone know. It's not just this that we have to analyse. We do about an hour before as well. Just to get energy levels up and things like that. We start the investigation before the live feed. So there's probably another 3 hours plus an extra hour from Saturday, plus a good couple of hours
got a lot
tonight. So there's a lot.
It's probably going to be a documentary from here. I can see it's not going to be your normal presentations. I don't think so. But all good.
Yep.
Okay, thanks for joining
Thank
us,
you very
guys.
much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
See you again
And
soon.
we'll see you all soon.
Good night.
Have a nice evening.
Good
Cheers.
night.
Ta-da.